So I'm already seeing a lot in chat where they're predicting where items are going to be at.
Well, I think one thing safe to say is that everybody's always going to be looking for that pedestal seed. But for both of these runners, I hope that we do not see that.
But on the flip side of that, for everybody's entertainment, I mean, I know everybody in the chat is hoping for another pedestal seed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the pedestal seed means that we're going to see every single dungeon, which pretty much guarantees roughly about a, I'd say, an hour 50 to about a 2-hour race at the minimum.
Yeah, I know these guys could definitely do all dungeons in probably an hour and a half quicker than I ever could.
Oh, it all comes down to practice. The thing about this is that I've noticed a lot of runners have come from all sorts of walks of life, and we see 2 bombs already given generously by the green guards. That is really nice to see so early in escape.
Now the question is going to be is whether or not they're going to farm for any more, because what is it, about 6 of them they need altogether?
Yeah. Generally, what I like to see, like optimally, if I'm not getting any bombs from these chests, 3 will make me at least comfortable. That way I can check multiple locations, maybe even buy some in Kakariko. But you definitely want 3 by the time you enter Kakariko, just to feel like the most safe. Jetabb having a little bit of trouble in there, but no doubt he's probably farming for 1 extra bomb.
And it looks like they're getting a shield early, so that will help out. So it's at least not going to be a completely shieldless seed.
Yeah, and both of them got a little bit of magic in that magic cape. So, you know, if our runners have a little bit of trouble with the ball and chain guard, that cape is going to come in nicely just to help alleviate that danger.
And definitely getting the cape so early, it might already be pointing them to go and fight Ganon. Depends on what else they get.
Yeah, going through Agonim's tower with a fighter sword, though, is a little bit annoying. There's a lot of enemies in there that, even with like sword spins, take like 2 to 3 spins to defeat. So it's not something that you want to do, you know, heading into that place with just such a weak little sword.
Looks like Jetabb's having a little bit of trouble with that blue guard. It's hunting him down.
My god, feeling super nervous for him right now.
He clutches it with that half a heart.
I was super nervous for him there. Giving him the ring around the rosy of that chest with just that quarter heart. Could be interesting if Jetabb thinking that, alright, you know, I got this cape, just deciding to do Aganim like right off the bat. I don't think we've ever seen anybody take like that risky of a gamble.
Yeah, I know normally the route ends up, they finish off through the sewers, they go and check the lumberjack, go into Lost Woods, and then down to Kakariko, but I don't know, we might see some variation early.
Yeah, I know CodeLizard is one who's not afraid to venture off the beaten path. I believe during my race he opted to save and quit right after escape and head straight down to drain the dam and check the mini Moldorm cave. So CodeLizard definitely, I can say, is more the gambler out of these 2.
And just simply based on their win-loss, I know, I'm looking at it right now, Jetabb is 1-2, CodeLizard is 0-3, so CodeLizard might take more risks than he normally would.
Yeah. Definitely with like 3 losses and no wins. Probably wanting to at least not go down without a fight and secure 1 win throughout this tournament. So yeah, by those numbers, I can definitely see CodeLizard being a lot more risky.
I know when it came down to my last race, I tried not to go down without a fight.
Yeah, sometimes it just like either the routing or the strength of the opponent is just a little bit too much for you. I know that the organizers tried to randomize and tried to put equally skilled opponents in each seed to give the best amount of chances.
But yeah, with so many people that had joined it, though, I know me personally, I was unranked on SRL. So I know if I was unranked, many more were also unranked, so they really had nothing to go off of.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these tournaments be like the first SRL race. Me and CodeLizard, this was his first SRL race versus, and also my first race of the tournament. All right, so CodeLizard giving us a peek at the first, the last couple of chests here in Escape. What is it gonna be?
A whole bunch of nothing. Got money and arrows. Oh, an arrow upgrade. I'm sorry, I looked at that wrong.
Yeah, but you know, 50 rupees out of that is not too bad. That puts him really close to that bottle merchant. So with the couple of rupees that are down in like the well in Blind's house, he'll have more than enough to check the bottle merchant. But Jetabb getting lucky with that 4 bomb drop from that rat.
That will definitely save him some money. Hopefully, as he checks everything in town, if he does go that route, CodeLizard picking up the Cane of Brian, as everybody has since dubbed it. But Jetabb will be able to save some of his money. Hopefully he'll be able to get another buffer bomb or 2 throughout his trip.
Yep, just like I thought, CodeLizard opting to save and quit and head down to Mini Moldrum Cave and drain the dam. So I'm liking this, giving us instant variety. No doubt that they're gonna hit up the same locations, but let's see which routing option is more beneficial for our runners. There's more chests in Kakariko, which will give, which has a greater chance at, you know, giving a progression item. But we've seen the Mini Moldrum Cave pay out quite handsomely.
And I want to do a quick shout out here to our wonderful, as he's dubbed himself, Tracker Tear. He is taking care of the tracker for tonight's race, as he's been doing for the last several races, actually. And he is doing a great job at it. CodeLizard with the save and quit. He might be heading off toward the Lumberjack and the town now.
You see the shovel behind the Lumberjack Cave. Now, whenever you see a fetch quest item at the Lumberjack Cave that you need to defeat Ganon 1 for, it's always a bit of a tough choice. Same thing when you see medallions there. You're not sure whether or not that you're going to need that in order to find maybe the last item or maybe a good progression item. So I wonder if Jetabb and CodeLizard are willing to take the gamble and defeat Ganon 1 just to see if the shovel leads them somewhere.
Jetabb getting the boots. That will definitely help to speed up the exploration. And I did notice in chat that we both missed CodeLizard getting the flute, which might be why he saved and quit, so he could make his way around to activate it.
Oh wow, yes. So interesting. CodeLizard just choosing to drain the dam, was probably going to head over to Mini Moldrum Cave, but now just behind Jetabb, because Jetabb decided to check the tree, do a couple of tiers of the rupee pool, and netted himself about 25 bucks or 20 bucks, and then a whole bunch of bombs. So it's interesting. CodeLizard's going to be in Kakariko Village. Maybe if there's a bottle here, he'll be able to fully complete this entire area, checking all item locations and have greater mobility.
Jetabb getting the tempered sword and the bug net. So we're not going to see plastic sword fights, sadly.
I'm liking it. Plastic sword fights. There's so many different names for items that I've heard ever since the tournament started. Like Harry Potter medallion for the Ether, Quack for the Quake medallion, and now, what is it? plastic sword. Also, hot Cheeto sword, I believe, is another name for the tempered.
Yes, I've heard the Cheeto sword quite often. Also, the lightsaber, I think, is another one.
Mm-hmm. I believe I've heard that one before. Just shows how creative the community and the chat gets with these randomizers.
Hey, I mean, all the items are getting swapped around. Why not swap the names around too?
Oh yeah. You gotta have fun with this.
Because we both know from experience how unfun some of these seeds can actually be.
Yeah. When you're one item away from go mode, and maybe that last location that you decided, well, you know, this really didn't pay off for me in the past, and I'm just gonna go check other locations and not spend that, you know, 20 seconds to go back in there, or perhaps even forgetting about something such as the big chest and thieves if you don't have hammer. That can come back to haunt you.
Oh yeah, especially if you miscount the items and you think that there's a map or a compass in there and then you never go back to check it. I actually saw that in a race, a day or two ago, where there was a key item in that chest.
Oh man. CodeLizard immediately fluting up to Death Mountain. Didn't check the library, so let's see what Jetabb finds here and at the race item. I don't believe he found anything of use in the tavern. Oh no.
I really hope CodeLizard comes back and finishes checking off the town.
Alright, we're likely to see Jetabb check the map. I know I usually do after picking up the bow so early. I want to see if like Eastern is required. Let's hope that this pays off for CodeLizard.
Mirror Shield can be helpful.
Yeah, if Turtle Rock is required. Ooh, full Crystal Light World.
Yeah, it looks like he is heading down into... Yeah, it looks like he's heading down to the dam now, so he'll probably head there. He's gonna get the flute there. Head over to the mole dorm. Possibly up to Ice Cave, depending on how he decides to route that after he gets the flute.
So far, Death Mountain not really paying off. Oh, flippers. That's not too bad. We really want CodeLizard to go check that library, get himself that bow.
I already have my fingers crossed that he remembers to go back there and finish clearing out the town. The flippers are definitely useful because I always struggle to line up with the fake flippers, especially if I have a sword that's not the fighter sword. I can never get it right, so I don't know how familiar he would be with fake flippers.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy setup. We're likely to see Jetabb do it. What you do is in that area where the two green dancing pickles are in that small little bush, if you line yourself up with the ground underneath the dancing pickle, walk over to the bush, and as long as Link is like right up against that bush on the same line as the bottom cliff, you slash and you hold your up right diagonal, and you will launch into the water and get it every time.
That's something I really need to practice, because I can never get it. And Jetabb saving and quitting after the Moldorm cave, where he did get the blue mail, so he might be... Looks like he is heading off to town now to activate his duck. And then...
Giving Zelda a kiss, though.
I mean, can you really blame him?
I mean, he's looking for that good luck. I wonder if Jetabb has watched CodeLizard's a couple of races and knows that he does that gamble, heads down to the dam first. So Jetabb probably wondering, oh no, you know, Code had this the flute a little bit before me. He could be all sorts of places right now. Still a little bit early in the seed, but you know, small gains at the beginning can kind of trail off later on in the game. And as we see, you know, Jetabb having the bow, will be able to complete Eastern and get one crystal. But I think CodeLizard's about to head to the library. Please head to the library, my man.
Jetabb, when he spawned at the sanctuary, he did hit up the bonk cave, which paid off with a bottle. So this trip back to Kakariko will not just be for the duck. He'll be able to see what the sick kid has to give him this time. Or not, he's fluting away immediately. I mean, so far this seed has already been very generous to both these guys, and it's only 15 minutes in. So it could continue to go this way, or it could very well be a hunting quest.
Alright, there we go. So, I don't believe we saw... Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, I don't think that we saw the sick kid.
Yeah, he activated the flute and immediately left, and sick kid just breaking the piggy bank for him.
Alright, so yeah, lucky for CodeLizard. So it was just a couple of bucks. So it's hard to tell who's really ahead in the routing. Jetabb having one bottle, but I think CodeLizard is likely to... Yep, I was about to say, most likely Ice Cave or Zora. I just hope he doesn't go to Zora, realizes that he doesn't have the money for it. Ooh, that is an interesting route to the mini Moldorm Cave.
I'm not used to seeing the flute so early in these races, so probably gonna see a lot of variation on that.
Good to have sword beams in this place.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of falling off when I try to walk across the little ledge at the bottom.
Alright. So let's see where CodeLizard decides to go. Because right now, I think the routing is favoring Lizard at the moment. Opting to go to Ice Cave.
I mean, that was a little different move. Instead of just running over there, he just, called the little duck. Carrying him like two screens over.
Not too sure if that's faster or not, but it might be just by a couple of frames.
So Jetabb might be heading off toward... My guess would be to go head off to Eastern first. Given that he's got the bow.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where they're all going. Right now, these runners are very off the traditional routing for this game. As we've seen, like a lot of the racers just do, Kakariko, save quit, go down to the dam, mini Moldorm, fake flipper to the hobo, and then kind of make their decisions after that. But this is definitely a treat seeing two completely takes on the routing.
And it's got to just be because they got the boots and the flutes so early.
Yeah, mobility definitely alters your choices.
CodeLizard getting rewarded with bombos from the hobo.
Now see, Bombos is a really good tablet to have in general. Like, it could open up dungeons, but it's also very useful, like if you're not good in the gauntlet in Ganon's tower. Choosing to utilize the bombos as opposed to shooting your arrows, trying to slash, it makes those a flat time in order just to get through them. So, if we find both of our racers there and one deciding to use the bombos while the other one trying to like hack and slash through it, we could see somebody gain the time just with bombos alone. CodeLizard a little bit too close to the wall. Ooh.
Definitely get rewarded in there. And my guess is while he's here, he's going to go ahead and finish off Eastern.
Yeah, that's a really good choice. Oh,
Or not.
I'm confused. Maybe CodeLizard thinks that he has the Moon Pearl?
The only thing I could think is he's heading up to, but he doesn't have the mirror either. There's not much he can do.
Oh, I think he's checking to see what medallion is required for Misery Mire. Bombos.
And are we gonna get a peek at what's crystals?
Check your map, CodeLizard. Ooh, and it's a pendant.
I definitely saw Meyer was a pendant, and it looked like Swamp may have been the red pendant. Other than that, that's all I saw. It was just a super quick flash.
That was the quickest map check I've ever seen by CodeLizard, though.
He may have just brought it up simply looking to see what Meyer was. So Jetabb getting himself the Titan's mitts now, so is he gonna go into Eastern?
I don't know. Is Jetabb gonna flute and go check Meyer? No, I think Jetabb is headed straight for Eastern.
I'm struggling a little bit to get that spin speed in there.
Yeah, if one of our racers had the hookshot, that's the easiest way to get spin speed.
Yeah, I've learned if you can item dash, you can get the spin speed with the hookshot.
Poor Jetabb, a little bit too high and accidentally jumping off.
Definitely one of the bad things about the speed. If you barely touch a ledge, Link just dives off headfirst.
CodeLizard opting to check overworld locations more, but without the Moon Pearl, once again, gonna find himself a bunny in a dark world. Maybe he just likes the music. I know I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, definitely the bunny music is quite catchy, and I think he keeps forgetting he doesn't quite have the Moon Pearl yet.
One of my favorite pyramid item gets was Moon Pearl on Pyramid. Because as you enter the pyramid, you get turned into the bunny, you get the bunny music. And then after you get the pearl and jump off of the pyramid, it automatically turns you into Link, but you can still listen to the bunny music while you're checking the overworld.
Nice. I don't think I've had that yet. But I'm sure you were looking all over the place in the light world for that Moon Pearl.
Yeah, it's really weird. After a while, I kind of have like a feel for, all right, it's time to make the Aghanim gamble. That usually comes around like the 26, 28 minute mark. You know, after I've done a lot of light world exploration, there's maybe one or two some odd chests out there, and it's even made easier just based off of like the items. You know, if all I've acquired is just rupees and bombs, it's a no-brainer.
CodeLizard going back into the Meyer area, so we're gonna get to see Bunny Link again. I'm not sure what he's doing here.
We're definitely gonna have to ask him about that when we get him in the interview. Why so many choices into the Dark World without the Moon Pearl?
Yeah, like I would understand up at Death Mountain because you do have those two chests that are accessible as the bunny, but that's it. He is heading off to Aghanim before doing Eastern, so we're gonna get to see what's on the pyramid here shortly.
Yeah, if Jetabb gets the Moon Pearl from the Armos Knights, that completely means that Aghanim 1 is not needed, and all this time that CodeLizard spending in this doing Aghanim 1 would be wasted. But if the Armos Knights doesn't give Jetabb any progression items, CodeLizard could pull ahead with trying, depending on if Palace of Darkness is a pendant dungeon, or not a pendant, a crystal dungeon, could monopolize with a 1-2 punch utilizing the mirror.
That is very true, because you wipe out the one real quick, just hop over and get the other one. So, I mean, we're gonna find out here soon enough. One of them's gonna pay off. One of them's got to pay off, I should say.
Yeah, that is true. Chat pointing out that neither player has checked Zora, and they do have the flippers, so whatever on that ledge item, they could check as well.
I did notice Jetabb going in and farming those blue rubies to get him enough money, so he might just head up there after he is done in Eastern.
Yeah, I played this game casually a long time ago, and I just recently picked up the speedrun about a year ago. But seeing that room in the randomizer, it's like I've seen so many rooms in just this tournament alone that I never knew existed, such as like additional ferry locations and then just creative routing through these dungeons with limited items.
Yeah, I've never actually done a no major glitches or master sword or anything, but I've watched them a lot, and it was the same with me. I watch randomizers, I'm like, wait, there's a room there?
Alright, so nothing of use but a crystal. Just one lonely crystal. It's crystal possible at around like maybe even sub 20 into the seed, but checking overall locations delayed it a little bit. Probably a much smarter choice. And yes, we see Jetabb heading up to Zora. Depending on what this is, this could really hurt CodeLizard.
So it'll probably depend on whatever Jetabb gets from Zora as to whether or not he decides to go in to fight Aghanim. So we might get an idea about the same time as to what's going on where.
Alright, just $20 on the ledge. Will Zora hand out a useful item or give Jetabb a life lesson? Ooh,
Ouch. That hurts.
that hurts so bad.
That's almost as bad as when Zora just spits up the single rupee. So Jetabb, actually not quite sure where he's going right now. I was gonna think he was gonna head right up to Aga.
I'm thinking he's probably gonna check the King's Tomb and then head over to Aga.
That is true, I forgot about that spot over here.
Alright, so CodeLizard finishing up Aga 1. So far doing a great job. Randomizer taking out all those little blue orbs that Aghanim 1 throws out, removing the randomness of an enemy in the randomizer. Seems a little bit counterproductive, but it helps keep the Aga 1 time consistent between both racers.
And it's the Moon Pearl.
I love it. Let's see if CodeLizard picks it up and keeps this music going. No. Feels bad, man. Not like this.
My guess is he's gonna go right over to Village of Outcasts and clear that out.
Yeah, CodeLizard kept checking these dark world locations without the Moon Pearl. Likely heading up to Lumberjack Cave, get himself the shovel. Why not? Shovel is very useful for digging up certain items and checking that dig location in the Haunted Grove.
And getting that bonk location for the bottle, so when he goes back through town, hopefully he'll remember to check the sick kid. I mean, it was just 5 rupees, but...
Yeah, Jetabb just ahead with 1 crystal, but CodeLizard not too far behind on that. In fact, I'd be willing to say that the time that it took CodeLizard to get through Aghanim's that whole thing and pick up the Moon Pearl is comparable to the amount of time that Jetabb spent in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, I would say that does about line up.
Jetabb getting blessed with bombs on this seed. Seems like almost every 4th or 5th enemy that he defeats drops 1 to 8 bombs.
Well, at least that's one thing they'll never have to worry about. And CodeLizard getting rewarded with the sick kid's piggy bank.
So with so many items showing up so early, what is the item that you think that they're going to be searching for at least 20 minutes for?
I'm gonna say the ice rod because that's normally how it happens. Well, there's the fire rod. They just need his brother now. But that also depends on if T-Rock is required. I did not get a good chance to see if it was a pendant or a crystal.
It's beautiful seeing that shovel to fire rod, meaning Aghanim 1 was required. A fire source is necessary to get through this game, whether it's the lamp or the fire rod. But fire rod is definitely better. It's ranged and it does damage, as opposed to the lamp is just short range, but it gives you the ability to see in dark rooms.
So that being said about the T-Rock, so apparently Ter has really good eyes and is really quick to react. Either that or he just paused it, because he's already got all the crystals and pendants marked.
Nah, Ter's a gambling man.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, okay? He is doing a great job.
Yes, he is. Tracker boy Ter, thank you so much for all your efforts in this. So we see Jetabb going to be getting himself a Moon Pearl here shortly.
So what's normally the first thing you do when you pick up the Moon Pearl?
Depending on the items, I would have done exactly what CodeLizard would have done with the items that I had. Because without the hammer, you can't really, the hammer or the hook shot, you really can't get over to too many locations. And once you have access to Dark World, you want to be able to optimize and maximize your location checking. So since they don't have the mirror, they can't do a lot. Yes, we're gonna see Jetabb rocking the bunny music. Jetabb wins my heart and shows us, wow, Mire, Swamp, and Ice are all pendants. He can't believe it. Opens up his map once again. So Fire Rod is required because Turtle Rock is a crystal. We do need the Ice Rod now. And I hate it when the Ice Rod is required because it can be anywhere. There is no logic restrictions where the Ice Rod can be located.
Yep. Other than the only thing it cannot be is the reward from Trinex.
Yes.
And then obviously inside Ganon's tower if T-Rock is required.
Correct. Yes. With those small couple locations, but yeah, we've seen Ice Rod in Turtle Rock in the very last chest. My microphone is a bit high. I am sorry. I wonder if I can edit that on my end. Oh no, wait, I can just turn my gain down. I apologize. Is this better?
I mean, you sound fine to me, but I'm not sure about everything else on the viewer's end. It does look like Jetabb is heading toward the Dark World. He might be cleaning out the village of Outcast before making his way further around the Dark World.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't want to blow anybody's ears out. I am sorry. Too considerate for me.
Jetabb clearing out the village paid off.
Beautiful mirror location.
So it makes me wonder what other little goodies there's gonna be in here. Oh yes. Jack just pointed out, hopefully Jetabb won't forget about the shovel.
Yes. You know, personally, I almost forgot about that, but we see Jetabb getting the hook shot in C-shaped house. These referees paying out. CodeLizard about to get some beautiful items here.
And he's farming a little bit of money so he can go up and get upset and irritated with Zora.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't believe Jetabb has enough money to play the dig game, as I think you need 80 rupees for that. That life lesson really causing Jetabb standing there in disbelief, the poor guy.
That would be my reaction too. And just stand there and stare at him like, really? You're not gonna let me in?
Yeah, usually if there was any item of use at the lumberjack cave, that is always the first place that I go, right after defeating Ganon. CodeLizard, though, since he did not check Zora, will be able to play the digging game. So we'll be able to see what's here. Could it be the ice rod? Could it be powder? A book? Hammer, maybe?
I'm gonna say it's just a little bit of love. They haven't gotten enough heart pieces yet.
Oh, you want to see it vanilla?
Yeah,
Oh,
give him a little bit. It looks like he's getting his money back. I'm just waiting for him to dig up a heart piece now.
I'm seeing chat trying to give Code energy to go check C-shaped house. What I think Code's gonna do is check these bottom locations, head back up, and take care of the blacksmith and check the C-shaped house. At least I hope so.
I don't know, with the items they've got, they're, to me at least, it seems like they're kind of going all over the place.
Yeah, Code has not checked C-shaped house where the hookshot is located.
Well, Jetabb did make his way up to Death Mountain, and with the hookshot, he will be able to clear it all out. So, gonna see what all he finds up here. He did find the powder.
Ooh, the fabled single arrow.
But we all know it's that magical arrow that will kill Ganon.
CodeLizard forgetting that he's already checked the dig spot. Let's see what Jetabb is finding over here in Death Mountain. Bunch of money and love. So that's where all your love was at.
It's really strange because I see something in that cave almost in every race I've watched. There's been at least one item in there.
Well, we still have the spiral cave to check, and since he does have both the Moon Pearl and the Titan's Mitt, it's likely to see Jetabb head straight over to the Dark World side of Death Mountain. So there are still about, let's see, one here, and then 4 in the Hookshot Cave too. So there's about 7 chests left to check over here.
CodeLizard got the ice rod in the hype cave.
Oh my goodness.
So my money is going to be on Samaria being the one that they cannot find then. Yeah,
Samaria only really being needed for Turtle Rock and the right side of Ganon's tower.
But the sad thing is, it cannot be on the Master Sword because of Misery Mire.
Wait, did CodeLizard get the hook shot?
No, he did not.
CodeLizard is heading to Hera. Both of our racers are sending us, the poor commentators, through a loop, as well as chat.
Yeah, we're sitting here trying to figure out where they're going, and they go in a complete opposite direction.
At this point, this is just pure chaos. I'm loving every minute of it. The unpredictability is just keeping me on the edge of my seat.
Right? Just sitting here staring at it. Ooh, where are they gonna go next?
Yeah, as well as, like, you know, they're making small difference in choices, like, you know, CodeLizard not checking C-shaped house.
Which hopefully he does not forget about that, because that's one of the most commonly forgotten spots.
Yeah, but Jetabb, if he decides to go up to Hera, does not have a fire source. So if there's an item in the basement of Hera, and CodeLizard gets him, that could put Jetabb a little bit behind.
And
we're seeing a weird back and forth.
Speaking of Jetabb, he decided to walk over and see what Turtle Rock was, and it is Bombos.
Great, so Bombos is the only thing they need, and it was given to them early by the hobo.
And Samaria.
King of Samaria in the Hookshot Cave? What's the last item gonna be? Ah, just a rupee. Alright. So first you said Ice Rod, it was given to them. Second you said King of Samaria, it was given to them. Dare I say the hammer?
That's what I was gonna say. Watch CodeLizard find the hammer in Hera.
That would make up for CodeLizard not having the hookshot. I mean, I hate to wish a trolley hammer location on any runner, because the hammer is required 100% of the time. Especially since T-Rock is required.
So I was not keeping track on CodeLizard's side, so I'm not sure if he's gonna get an item or I know he has not gone down to the basement.
Now, have you been counting items in Hera? Because I don't believe we've seen the compass, and I think we're still missing one item.
Okay, so getting a key from Moldorm, so that will put the compass in the basement then. So
Gotcha.
Hopefully CodeLizard kept track of that and does not go back in. It actually looked like he did keep track, which is a good thing. It'll save him a lot of time.
Jetabb getting 1/4 magic, and did not forget about the shovel, just waited until the opportune moment to go pick it up. So excellent routing choice on this end. CodeLizard about to get himself a life lesson.
Make the trip all the way up here just to lose 480 rupees. But he's definitely got plenty to spare, because he's already about to top the 1,000 rupee mark.
Okay, my screen froze for a minute. I was trying to get right back to see where our runners are, and
Jetabb did go up and pick up the shovel. It looks like he is heading toward the graveyard mirror spot now. See what's in that cave. CodeLizard heading back to Meyer for the third time, but at least this time he's not a bunny.
Yes, he's probably very happy about that.
But my question, did he check the two spots, the two chests in the little side chute of Meyer before coming up here?
No, I think what CodeLizard's going to do is check this little maze here, check those two items, and then get in the desert without the book.
That is true, I did not think about that.
Ooh, yes, we did miss Jetabb getting the butter sword in the graveyard, the raised graveyard location above King's Tomb.
And I'm sure he is very happy that he went back for the shovel now that he dug up the fire rod, knowing that Turtle Rock is required.
Alright, so CodeLizard opting to go pick up those 300 rupees as Zora did siphon him from a lot of money. And gonna start working on his third crystal.
Yeah, so while Jetabb has been digging around for items, CodeLizard has been clearing out dungeons, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out in the long run. Hookshot was in the C-shaped house at the Village of Outcast that CodeLizard has not checked yet.
So we're likely to see an item at Lanmo and an item in the big key chest. And I'm loving this mirror from CodeLizard. Entering Desert Palace from this location allows you to mirror all the way out and just exit should you notice, okay, well, I've either gotten one or both of the items in here. I can just head straight to Lanmo and get my crystal.
Yeah, so other than that, there really hasn't been much of anything useful in here, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what the boss decides to give them. I'm thinking it's gonna be some money.
It's always a safe bet. There's always a lot of money and love to go around in these randomizers.
They've been finding their items way too quickly. They need to hunt for something here. Okay, I'm gonna answer a quick question from the chat. Is Gen C related to JC? No, I am not. It is a complete coincidence, and I actually did not know he existed until the beginning of this tournament. A coincidence that I find actually rather funny.
Related by name association.
Totally. Yep, we just happen to have a very similar name. And it looks like, yeah, we did miscount in Desert Palace. As CodeLizard is rewarded with the compass and his third crystal.
I do believe you sparked your own meme.
It would appear that way, yeah. Oh well. Gotta keep things fun.
Now let's see. CodeLizard heading back to the village of outcasts. There wasn't really anything exciting that came out of the light world of Death Mountain, but we did see the Cane of Samaria come out of the hookshot cave, so we know that CodeLizard is going to be needing that hookshot.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna dive right into Skull Woods. And then probably when he's done, check the Master Sword pedestal. Because... no, it would not be possible for the hammer to be here. Would it?
Well, both of our runners couldn't check the Master Sword pedestal because they're missing the book.
That's true, I completely missed that.
It's
So
okay.
I'll at least be able to clear out Skull Woods. So much has been going on, I feel like I'm missing so much.
Yeah, I don't even feel bad. I make all kinds of mistakes on some of the commentation, so it's always fun though, getting caught.
Oh yeah, because chat will have no issue correcting either one of us.
Oh yeah, chat'll be right on it. Chat never skips a beat. They got their eyes on us. Well, their ears. They can't see us. Can they?
I don't know, that'd be really, really creepy. Pretty sure I'm alone in my room. My camera's off. I'm good.
You should probably unplug that. Best be safe.
Now you got me all paranoid. They're actually like stalking us.
Ooh. CodeLizard going for the bomb jump? Beautiful. Not sure that CodeLizard knows that you can actually bonk that wall and hold down and get across it without having to take the damage. But we've seen CodeLizard really dodge most of the damage in this. Oh, and as I say that, it gets shocked by the little jelly. I'm sorry, Code. I tried to praise you, but it appears that my praise is a curse upon you.
I think we've just been a curse upon both these guys tonight, so it's okay. I don't think there's any need to apologize anymore.
To answer a question in chat, no. They could not get all the pendants without hammer because swamp and ice are pendants and you need the hammer for those.
So sadly, this will be another non-Master Sword required seed.
Yeah, I don't think that the lamp or the logic would allow the lamp to be at the Master Sword pedestal, but I do believe the book can be at the Master Sword pedestal. You can't read it, but there is a message in the code that says, wait, isn't this a paradox?
Yeah, it could be... I don't think the lamp could actually be there because of Mire. The basement in Mire. And yeah, the book, I'm not entirely sure. I'm seeing in chat right now the book can't be at Master Sword.
Yeah, ACMLM is right. Book can't be there, but it does have a message for it.
It looks like as of right now, both these guys are following a very similar path. Because they're both in Skull Woods, where CodeLizard is getting ready to go in to fight Mothula. Jetabb is on his way there.
Yeah, Jetabb does have the advantage with having the quarter magic and also having 2 additional items that CodeLizard does not have, the hookshot and the Cane of Samaria. CodeLizard only having the advantage of the ice rod. But as the location of the ice rod was a fairly common place for the runners to go, I don't think that Jetabb will be ice rodless for long. So CodeLizard needs to get the C-shaped house, get that hookshot, and head over to Death Mountain, and eventually the hookshot cave, I hope, to get the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, fingers crossed on that, or else he's gonna be walking around for a very long time wondering where the hookshot is.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting if CodeLizard gets the hookshot, chooses not to go to the hookshot cave up until Turtle Rock, and picks himself up the Cane of Samaria right as he's about to enter Turtle Rock. I have done that before. Ice Rod in the hookshot cave, and on my way to Turtle Rock.
I think the trolliest item I have seen in Turtle Rock has been the lamp inside the Mimic room, or the Mimic cave.
Oh yes, I remember that race. That is terrible.
Because that's the last possible room that the logic would allow it to be in Turtle Rock.
So CodeLizard. Not sure if CodeLizard counted all the items in Skullwoods, because it looks like Jetabb is heading for that chest, and I do believe we saw CodeLizard leave it behind. So what could this be? Just a small key.
So he may have been counting his chest then, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
That's
and his
something I
small
always
keys.
forget to do.
Yeah, I definitely don't count as many small keys as I should.
CodeLizard trying to go into the Cape Cave and the Bumper Cave without the hookshot. So it looks like he might be heading toward the graveyard ledge, and he'll be rewarded with the butter sword in there, but not the hookshot he's after right now.
Alright, just testing to see, refresh a couple of times. Where are we?
CodeLizard is heading into the graveyard ledge, so he's about to get the butter sword. And because he tried to go into the Bumper Cave without the hookshot, I did see in chat that it is possible to get across there, but I honestly have no idea how to do it.
Wait, to get over to the Palace of Darkness side, you can flipper, with the flippers you can jump into the water.
Oh no, the Bumper Cave with the Cape Cave to get up on the ledge in Dark World.
Oh yes, the area where the two pots are, you can walk along the top part of the little hole. As long as you're holding up and left diagonals, you can get across there without the hookshot.
I did not know that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really weird. I actually have seen the hookshot there at that cave. I'm not sure if the logic got fixed for that, but yeah, I've seen the hookshot there before.
That would be brutal, especially for somebody like me that did not know you could get across that until just now.
Yeah, you might have thought it was unbeatable, or you might have spent some time in there trying to figure out how to bonk over or bomb jump over.
So it looks like Jetabb is heading down to the Bat Cave and see what the powder is going to give him. Not sure where CodeLizard's going to head off to. It looks like he is heading into Mire. I really think he forgot about the C-shaped house.
That is disappointing. CodeLizard taking that gamble, thinking that the Cane of Samaria is located inside Mire.
Yeah, either Cane of Samaria or Hookshot. Something. Because I believe Mire was the blue pendant.
Yeah. The lower dungeons in Dark World did not need to be entered at all. Well, not entered at all, but did not need to be completed. The only one that would actually be beneficial would be Ice, which was the green pendant.
Yeah, the only thing CodeLizard could find here that would help him is to actually find the hammer.
That is true. It is not strange to see required items inside of pendant dungeons. So if CodeLizard finds himself a hammer inside Misery Mire, and Jetabb takes his time, clearing out certain dungeons, it could put CodeLizard once again back on track, but only being a little bit behind because of that hook shot.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna have to wait and see what happens as he clears out Mire, and Jetabb about to find out what is in this wonderful purple chest.
It's still really hard to tell who's in the lead. CodeLizard does have the lead by 1 crystal, but is missing 2 items. Jetabb behind by 1 crystal, but has the 2 items that CodeLizard is missing. So anything could happen, really. This is still anybody's seed.
And do you happen to know if either of these guys are good with Dark Room navigation for the Palace of Darkness and for Turtle Rock?
No idea. I do believe in the races that we did and the races that I've seen from them, they've all had the lamp. So depending on how long it takes them to find the lamp, it might be, it could go good if they've practiced, or it could go horribly bad depending on how these rooms are going to troll them. I do believe that the 2 dark rooms that we have to complete for the crystals, such as Turtle Rock and, my goodness, Turtle Rock and Palace of Darkness. My mind was blanking. They're not that difficult. Mire is really the one that is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and even that, it's only the first room in Mire that's the hard one. Getting that Samaria block lined up on that button.
Alright, we're getting confirmation from chat that at least we know Jetabb can do Dark T-Rock. So that could give Jet an advantage here if neither of our racers find the lamp.
It looks like he is heading into Thieves Town.
It's a good choice. But without the hammer, though.
Right,
I mean, we've
you're gonna have
seen
to
hammer.
count items.
Alright. I'll keep my eye on this counting as best I can with how my stream is buffering.
He just picked up the book from the second chest. A key from the first one.
Alright, so there's 4 total items in here.
And CodeLizard is making his way out of Mire, so I wonder where he's going to be heading off to next.
Alright, send Code your energy. Have him check that C-shaped house.
Alright, Jetabb picked up his second item, 20 rupees.
I'm actually being corrected. I've done this before in the past, I've thought about this, but if Jetabb is only missing the hammer, he doesn't need to check the big chest, as it cannot contain the hammer for him. So there's nothing of use besides potentially a lamp that could be there.
See, this is what chat is good for, correcting us. Oh, and CodeLizard did go in, and I'm sure he is thrilled to see that hookshot.
Yeah, I've done that quite a many times of thinking, man, I still need this hammer, but, I've been trolled by the chest in Thieves Town too many times that it's still something that I think about.
Hey, for all we know, he could go all the way up, kill Blind, and Blind could give him the hammer.
So, Code finally getting that hook shot. So we know CodeLizard is going to be heading up to Death Mountain soon. But doing the blacksmith loop, I'm not sure if Jetabb has actually done this yet.
He did, because he took the chest over
That is
to
correct,
the Desert
yes.
Thief. Yep.
That was when I was refreshing my stream. So we know that this doesn't really give Code anything of use.
Yeah, I believe it was just a heart piece. And Jetabb did pick up the red boomerang in the bombable floor room. I don't know what that's a proper name for it, but that's what I'm going to refer to it as.
I'm willing to bet that the hammer that they're looking for is in Palace of Darkness. Not its vanilla location, but just in Palace of Darkness.
That would be very trolly for it to be in its home dungeon.
But it's not bad. To have it there means that you don't have to either exit it, and that the gamble really pays off. And it would put either of our runners in go mode, minus CodeLizard, who would need the Cane of Samaria. So runners still once again neck and neck, and Jetabb about to even up both items and crystals with CodeLizard here.
And Jetabb might actually be waiting on, I just happened to think about it, he might be waiting on Tower of Hera until the time he goes up to do Turtle Rock.
Ooh, that is not a bad idea either. Finish Turtle Rock, mirror, go to Hera, mirror out, immediately into G-Tower.
It'll definitely save a lot of back and forth walking.
I'm really liking that. If that is where Jetabb is headed, I really like that routing.
Blind shining a little bit of light on the situation here, dropping the lantern.
The Cane of Samaria, for what Chad is asking about, is inside of the Hookshot Cave. It appears that Blind lost his sight due to looking at the lamp for too long.
It would appear so, so now he's just gonna attempt to blind everybody else around him. Her. It. Whatever. I don't want chat to get all in an uproar because I gave Blind a gender.
Blind is all genders and no genders.
It actually looks like Jetabb is making his way around to the tablets now that he did pick up the book. So what's to say the hammer's in one of these?
I'd say the most trolly location that the hammer could be in is in the first chest in Swamp that you bomb the wall for.
One of those wonderful non-required dungeons, but has an item anyway. I got hit with that in my last race. I think I triggered chat a little bit about Blind and giving Blind a gender.
It'll be okay.
They'll get over it in about 5 minutes when one of us says something else that triggers them. So Jetabb is heading up to the other tablet. He might knock out Hera while he's up here too.
It's not that bad of an idea. It's definitely something that I would consider doing.
Did you see what he just got from it?
Is it the hammer?
He just got the hammer.
Oh my goodness. Jetabb now in go mode. CodeLizard needs to really pull off some heavy execution here. Get the Cane of Samaria, then go to Thieves Town, and that will put him, I would say, about 10 minutes behind Jetabb at this point.
Jetabb just upset all the chat when he fluted away, but I have a really strong feeling what he's doing. He's going to do the Palace of Darkness, he is going to do Turtle Rock, and then he is going to do Hera, and come back to the Dark World. He's right at Ganon's Tower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Utilizing that opportunity to get really good routing in. Not sure if it would have saved time if he just would have done Tower Hera while he was up there, but I mean, it's really the difference of a couple of seconds. I'd say no more than 30 since he fluted away.
So CodeLizard taking a peek at Turtle Rock while he's up here. It looked like he started to go into the Hookshot Cave. That's where he's going now. Okay. He started to walk toward the rock and then booked it over to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, CodeLizard's so close to go mode. Jetabb in go mode. And just going with it. Just got that steam, knows exactly what he's looking for. Just got to find the big key here and one small key. But I think what Palace of Darkness is going to do to poor Jetabb here is it's going to send him through the usual, you need to check as many chests as you can before I'll let you pass.
Just to throw some kind of a troll with these guys. It wouldn't surprise me. So at this point, all CodeLizard has to do is go into Thieves Town, he'll get the book from Blind along with his crystal, head back up to the tablet on the mountain, I can never remember which one's which, and he'll get the hammer from up there.
That is the Ether tablet.
Thank you. I always get them mixed up. It looks like he is heading off toward Palace of Darkness right now, when if he just goes to Thieves Town first. If he goes to Thieves Town first, he'll get the lamp and the book. That's all he's got to do. Maybe my telepathy is kicking in because it looks like that's where he's actually going right now.
Yeah, looking at what crystals are available to him, it's really his only choice. Going into Palace of Darkness with all the items that he has and gambling on Hammer is not very good. Definitely gambling in Thieves Town for the Hammer, because as I mentioned earlier, if CodeLizard already knew, as I had previously stuck in my head, Hammer cannot be in the chest that you need the hammer to open. So he knows he'll be able to open every chest, check this dungeon for a hammer. Won't get it, but will be rewarded with the lamp. So won't have to worry about getting through Turtle Rock or Palace of Darkness without a lamp.
Jetabb having a wonderful little dance with these super annoying beetles.
Ooh, but falls and has to repeat all this.
Much better trip through the second time around.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to just kind of, go there, bonk across the ledge, and then leave the room and re-enter it, just so that way it'll reset those little crystal beasts.
And I'm really starting to think you called it, and it's going to be one of the last chests he opens up that has that big key in it.
Yeah, I really didn't want to wish Hammer trolling anybody on this seed because it's one of the worst trolls. Next to an upgraded sword. We've seen a lot of seeds give, a lot of items really quick, but stuck with the fighter sword for so long.
So Jetabb actually has to make his way into the maze where one of these two chests will have the big key.
I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be the bottom chest, as opposed to the top one.
Well, you called that one right.
Wow, bombs in a vanilla location in Palace of Darkness.
It was one of the last, if not the last, chest that he opened up to find the big key.
Yeah, I do believe that was the last possible chest that Jetabb could have checked that the big key would have been in. I've actually seen it in that room more than I've seen it in any other room in Palace of Darkness. So mainly if I'm in go mode, I'm just trying to make my way through Palace of Darkness. That's the room that I go in first.
Oh yeah, they did pick up, well, at least Jetabb picked up silver arrows. I did see that in chat, because I just saw him make real short work of that Igor.
Yeah, I believe that the silver arrows were in Palace of Darkness.
And yes, T-Rock is Bombos. Can verify that, so that's the only medallion they need. So yeah, Jetabb right now is confirmed go mode, and as long as CodeLizard goes to check the ether tablet after he finishes off blind, he will also be in go mode.
Yeah, assuming that CodeLizard heads back up to ether to check the hammer location. I'm guessing based on where CodeLizard is now, he'll probably check Bombos first. But if CodeLizard has better routing in Palace of Darkness and goes to the Dark Maze Room first, could make up a little bit of time. These runners aren't too far apart from each other. Anything can happen in Ganon's Tower. It's always a little gamble here, better routing, better execution.
It all depends on which side they decide to take the gamble on. I mean, they could go left and find the big key on the torch, or they could decide to go right, and for all we know, the big key could be in the tile room. Everybody's favorite spot.
That's actually the worst location, in my opinion, for the big key to be, is that tile room.
Well, I mean, everybody in chat's favorite spot, at least.
Oh, of course. You always want to watch your runners kind of struggle at some point.
Of course. I mean, they all came here for a little bit of entertainment. So yeah, Jetabb looks like he is heading up to Death Mountain right now. He's gonna knock out these last two crystals very quickly. And he's gonna be right at Ganon's doorstep.
See CodeLizard deciding to go check and see what's at the Batman. Magic Batman. So let's see if my prediction is correct that CodeLizard will check Bombos first and then head up to Ether.
So I was about to tell all you wonderful people to go and follow the runners, but they forgot to update the link. Because honestly, both these guys are doing a great job, and had CodeLizard gotten his hookshot earlier and not taken the gamble throughout Mire, this might be an entirely different race.
Yeah, I do believe that their names are as displayed, except for CodeLizard has a the before it. So twitch.tv / the CodeLizard, and then twitch.tv Jetabb for. Yeah, there we go. Feasel has updated it, so thank you very much, Feasel. Follow those runners. They're both from my group. They're both amazing runners and great people. Very sportsmanlike and a pleasure to talk to.
Just a quick shout out to all of the work that Feasel is doing throughout all of this. I really don't think the guy ever sleeps.
And of course, shout out to my co-commentator here, Gen C. If you want to see more from us, follow the commentators. This won't be our last commentary, and you're likely to see more runs come from us. Not just in the tournament, but, you know, on our own streams as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've already lost all my matches, so I'm already out. But I'm having fun with all of this stuff, so I plan on signing up for as many more as I can.
Oh yeah. Plus, there's tons of races that go on all the time. You know, just keep your eye on SRL in the IRC, and then you're join in and have fun.
Yeah, because me and a couple other people threw an impromptu one together yesterday, like a half an hour before we did it, and there were like 12 people that joined in.
I do love big races, and this community is so big and just so loving. You know, I've seen, and I've also hosted many people from like the races that I've never seen before, and I've met so many amazing people by doing commentary and just doing the races.
And I'm just gonna second everything that you just said, because I feel silly repeating all of it.
Oh, I'm getting excited for CodeLizard here.
He is about to be pleasantly surprised once this animation is done.
Read that book. And the fanfare for... Da-na-na-na! You got a hammer. CodeLizard now in go mode. And now they are even. Both of our runners only have 2 crystals. CodeLizard, about to head to Turtle Rock, just has Palace of Darkness to do, but the sad thing for CodeLizard is that Jetabb's missing crystal is Tower of Hera, which is much shorter than Palace of Darkness. So let's see, this could come down to just general G-Tower execution. I'm so excited right now.
Oh, and Jetabb giving the jukes to that bunny beam right now.
Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Major jukes to that bunny beam.
That is amazing. Did not want to get bunnied. Not one bit.
I was waiting for it to just barely touch his foot and get him, but nope, he managed to avoid it.
I've seen a lot of runners where they'll dodge it, and then they'll, right as it gets above the little squares that you hit the crystal switch on, they'll just toggle that really quick, and the bunny beam's gone. But I think not Jet, but CodeLizard was just, yeah, it was Jet, sorry. It's just so funny watching the bunny beam chase him.
I have somebody clip that. If not, I'm gonna go back in afterwards and just, you know, get the bunny beam race. Quarter Magic was in the bumper cave. With so many people here, I sometimes wonder why I answer questions in the chat room about where stuff was.
I feel the same way too. I always want to, like, you know, help and be as informative as possible, but right when you're about to say something, and then after the buffering kind of goes off, there's already like 15 people that have already said, no, he hasn't done Palace of Darkness, or this item was in this location.
Chat is always on top of everything.
Yeah, they do have the advantage without the buffer.
So yeah, CodeLizard still has a little ways to go throughout Turtle Rock, whereas Jetabb is getting ready to go and fight Trinax. So he's just got the very quick Moldorm next, and he is good to go.
Now, it's not optimal, but I am loving what CodeLizard is doing with the boomerang. In the randomizer, you don't see a lot of love from the boomerang, and I kind of feel sad about that. I love to use the boomerang all the time in my run. But I think it was a constructive choice because CodeLizard did not pick up that 1/4 magic. Most likely did not know that you could kind of cut across that top the top portion and just kind of like grab the skull pots and get across. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I think CodeLizard is like, man, I wish I had that 1/4 magic, but not going to be able to have it.
Had another mini bunny beam chase, but
No.
CodeLizard outran him.
Oh no, we're seeing something that happens every once in a while. Defeating the Pokey and then checking that chest, and then it doesn't have what you need. So unfortunately lost a key.
So I am not super familiar with these dungeons. How far back is he gonna have to backtrack in order to try to find a key?
Yeah, since he has the big key, most likely going to do the same thing that Jetabb did, check the big chest, which I believe carried a small key inside of it. And then Jetabb making quick work of this dungeon.
Yeah, especially since the big key is right in that chest on the ground floor. So he is going to be right up heading toward Moldorm.
Yeah, unfortunately for CodeLizard, about 7 minutes behind. After, well, I'd say about 10 minutes total, because you still got a little bit left of Turtle Rock to go.
And he is definitely making good use of that boomerang, considering his limited magic right now. Yep, Jetabb not even bothering with any of these chests. He is just seeing Ganon right now and going toward him. He is seeing the end of the game. And yes, to add on to what was said in chat about pods randomization is pretty time consuming. Considering it was the very last chest that Jetabb opened up to get the big key, CodeLizard could very well spend a lot of time in here.
Yeah, we saw Jetabb got the key from the Pokey, so did not need to enter the laser room. CodeLizard had to, but luckily it was the first chest.
Alright, chat, get your guesses in there. Jetabb is entering Ganon. Where's the big key gonna be at? Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna guess it's in the tile room.
I'm gonna say it's next to Bob.
So that would make my guess number 22 and yours number 14, typically. Oh, Jetabb taking a gamble. He is going right side Ganon. And then changing his mind and going backwards. Never mind. CodeLizard did not have much trouble at all with Trinex, but the bad thing is he now has to backtrack all the way to Palace of Darkness, dig through all of those chests to find the big key, and then come all the way back up to Death Mountain to get the Ganon's Tower.
Sorry about that, I am back. I had to step away from the microphone for just a quick second.
No problem at all.
So how far did Jetabb decide to go into the right side, as I heard you say?
He opened up the door, walked in, saw the tile room, said nope, and went to the left side. He found the big key in the 4th chest.
Oh. I mean, probably glad that he found so many small keys so quickly. It's always a bummer when you accidentally use the key and you don't continue down the road. So, you know, open up that room to the tile room and then would have a little bit of struggle. I've seen a couple of runners actually get excited, pick up the big key, and then not count how many chests or how many small keys they have. And they actually have to go back through the entire top side of Ganon's tower just to pick up one small key.
I know I commented on one, I think it was Garbanzo. He got the big key and then bolted right up the middle without an additional small key. He got lucky and was able to find one in one of the chests up there, so he did not have to backtrack, thankfully.
Yeah, backtracking is always a pain.
It looks like Code is making his way up to the bumper cave now. I was a little confused as to why he was using the portal at Kakariko, but seeing him come up here for the quarter magic makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I feared, is CodeLizard did not know that simple trick and thinks that the hookshot is required to enter this cave.
Yeah, like I told you earlier, I did not know that until just earlier today. To add on to what was said in the chat room, Code will definitely still finish with a very good time. So, guys, go follow both of these runners. They are doing an amazing job right now, given as confused as they made both of us in all of their routing. They're still going to finish with amazing times, both of them.
Yeah, I think that a 137 time is pretty free for Jetabb right now. And CodeLizard after Palace of Darkness is probably looking at a low 140.
Yeah, it'll all depend on what CodeLizard decides to check, how long it takes him to go into the maze. Because that's where Jetabb found the big key, was in the last chest he opened, in the maze.
Yeah, let's see if CodeLizard decides to head over to the Dark Maze room instead of checking everything on the right side. Would save CodeLizard just a little bit of time. Unfortunately, it's not going to make a huge difference, but for average time, it will help him out.
That being added too, if he doesn't do the maze, he gets silvers. Because I know it was earlier in Palace of Darkness where Jetabb found the silver arrows. It all depends on what he decides to look for, because I don't know if he knows how to do silverless, well, airless.
Even if you don't have silvers, CodeLizard does have the gold, the butter sword, so it'll make the first couple of phases really easy, and then just kind of figuring out how to time the spins. Also with 1/4 magic, you know, fire rod and torches, it won't be very long to cut through.
And chat will be happy to know that Jetabb did open up his validation chest and was rewarded with a piece of heart.
Winning both chat's love and the game's love.
I don't even know how that validation chest thing started, but I find it oh so amusing. Yes, hashtag Moldorm love. Everybody needs a little Moldorm love.
No, Moldormer's terrible. Moldorm needs no love.
That's a little harsh, don't you think?
Well, how many times have you been knocked off by Moldorm?
Let's not talk about that. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Everybody needs a little bit. And I didn't say a whole lot, just a little bit.
So we see CodeLizard opting to do a full clear of Palace of Darkness. Most unfortunate for his time. And I believe that the Silver Arrows is coming up in this location here?
I believe so. Oh no. Unless it's the chest through the wall. There they are.
Alrighty. So now CodeLizard knows he doesn't have to worry about a Temper Sword Ganon.
There you go, what Chad said. Master Sword spin attacks times too many equals Ganon dead.
Yeah,
that sounds about right. Ooh.
Yeah, Master Sword strats are really painful.
Thankfully, Jetabb had a fairy. I don't know if he's got any more, though. But at least now that he's in this phase, he shouldn't have much problem.
Jetabb giving us a small little heart attack there. Definitely wanting to set the best time that he can. Now here's an interesting like optimization for Ganon. If you have silver arrows, I've seen a lot of people opt to not get the torch glitch. Just so that way you can get a, 1 or 2 arrows into Ganon early. Yeah, no sub 137 for Jetabb. Just because of the fairy death.
Very, very close, though.
Yeah, a little bit of issue with Ganon's teleportations and then just how he chose to get the arrows into him. But an amazing time for Jetabb here. A 137, I think a 137.30 is the official time.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say, because I have the SRL up, and I saw his that done come through. 137.31.
But yeah, beautiful run. I'm loving this run from Jetabb here. And it looks like he's in the waiting room for an interview. Are you ready with your questions, Jency?
Not really, but I just, go on a whim anyway. I just make up stuff on the fly, drag him in.
Sounds good. And here's the man himself.
Well, congratulations, Jetabb.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, hey there, Jetabb. How do you feel you did on your race today?
I felt like I did pretty well. The beginning was pretty nerve-wracking. Almost died in escape.
Yeah, we saw that.
Would have been a good start.
Yeah, we knew that you were going to be safe, though. Yeah, you picked up a little bit of small potions, or the magic potions, and then you actually had the cape super early, so...
Yeah.
We were wondering, if he was going to die there, choosing to maybe use the cape, and we saw that little blue guard, the blue key guard where the boomerang chest normally is, did give you a bit of a hard time as well.
It did. I've been playing really sloppy lately, so it was good to see it.
Ring around the rosy with the guard.
Yeah,
you were juking the bunny beam in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that was fun. I figured I'd try to get around that thing. I was having fun at that point.
I did love how you routed your final 2 crystals, Turtle Rock into Tower of Hera.
Oh, thank you.
I was wondering if you were going to do it that way because that is a super quick way to, secure your last 2 crystals. It was interesting as well because CodeLizard finally getting the hammer right as you were starting up or finishing up Turtle Rock. And you guys are both like neck and neck for the entire of this race. You know, with only a few items in difference. The one that really put you in the lead was having that hammer there.
Okay, wow.
That and you grabbed the hook shot probably about 20-25 minutes before CodeLizard went into that C-shaped house to get it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Poor CodeLizard opted not to go check the C-shaped house, and then decided to, you know, run through some more overworld locations.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know when I saw that 3 crystals in Light World, Hera was one of them. And once I got to Dark World, I saw that Turtle Rock was one. I figured I was hoping that would be my play, because I've been waiting for that. I've seen it close in other seeds I've played in, but it's always been a situation where I had to go into Hera to get an item and then come back out.
Nice.
And I was happy to see it play out that way, because it was very optimal to do both of those back to back, and then straight
randomizer goals.
Right.
But yeah, were you stressed at all during this race? I mean, is this your last race?
This is my 4th race, yes, in group, and I had to win, and somebody else has to lose for there to be a tie game.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to hint at something.
I need you to lose. I need you to lose.
Are you calling me out? Oh, come on, man. I thought we were such good friends.
Do it for the entertainment value. Lose on purpose, right? So we do a tiebreaker, and there'll be more entertainment, then I'll let you win, right?
You heard it here, folks. You, Jetabb wanting me to throw my next race, just so that way there could be a tiebreaker. I want you to do your best. Insulting to my opponent, good sir.
It would be. We don't want any game fixing here. It would just be entertaining. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
To go into a tiebreaker match.
That being said, Tara is calling it in the chat. Ninnies will lose his race anyway.
Yeah. No, I wish you all the best. Of course.
I'm looking.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm looking to disappoint you, Tara. But yeah, did you have fun on this race?
I did. I had like I said, I've been playing pretty bad the last few days, so it was good to be able to showcase that I am actually okay at this game.
Yeah, you're great at this game. I've raced you in a couple of casual seeds, and I found you. You beat me. I think you've only done
20 opponents, though. I mean, it was one of the weeklies.
Yeah, but still, I mean, pulling a win, no matter who your opponent is, and you did like that weekly was pretty trolly. There were only a small handful of sub 140s in that entire thing, and you were one of them.
I prefer the super trolly seeds because it makes it a bit more even than for everybody in like racing or whatever. Just because you're not relying on skill. Like rarely would you ever see. I prefer to like deviation and pathing as opposed to like 2 people who are really good at the game going on the same path, and just comes down to whoever's better, you know.
It's funny that you said that deviation and pathing. There was an immediate deviation where you chose to go the typical Kakariko route. CodeLizard immediately after checking that final chest and getting the cane of Brian, save quit and went straight down to the dam and got himself the flute really early.
Yeah.
You guys were all over the place, confusing both of us the whole time. Real quick, because I see chat is already going crazy with bonk guesses. Jetabb, I know you're probably on your own screen about to see that, or you've already seen that.
Yep.
I'm going to officially ask the chat, how many bonks?
There were a lot more than usual, I would say.
I'm gonna give my boy Jetabb here the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say that he's got under 30.
All right.
I'm gonna say 35.
That's a fair guess.
Just since you guys did get the boots so early too.
Yeah, boots were one of the first few items.
So CodeLizard is heading into Ganon's tower now.
Okay.
He had some issues in Palace of Darkness. He went downstairs and did not have an extra key, so he had to backtrack and find another key in order to continue.
I was relieved to see Blind drop the lamp.
I'm sure both of you guys were, and Ninnies, both of us were pretty close. You said sub 30 bungs, I said 35, he had 32.
It's not bad.
About the 4 minute, about 4 minute menu time.
That's pretty good. Ideally, you want to be under 5 minutes in that item menu. So, yeah, you were super close to the sub 4 too.
CodeLizard is opting to do the tile room right now.
Oh no.
Jetabb, we did see you go in there, and it was like you thought to yourself, nope, and you went back out and went the other direction.
I walked in, noticed I didn't have a key. I was gonna do right side first, because I just felt like that kind of seed. And then I noticed I didn't have a key, so I went back left, ended up working out that way.
So it looks like CodeLizard finished off the tile room, saw nothing in the chest, and he's going to be kicking himself when he opens up these next round of chests on the left side and sees the big key in there.
What was in the chest in tile room? It wasn't a key.
I think it had to be a key for him to.
That's what I thought. Yeah, to progress that way.
Yeah,
well,
I don't think he actually did progress.
It wasn't the big key.
Right.
There we go. He's heading up the middle now. He's got a key. He's got the big key.
I was really tempted to check that fourth chest in that room where the big key was.
Just wanted to see.
Just want to see, but I already had. I want to pick up another key.
Speaking of checking chests, you did validate your run, good sir.
Yeah, it's a thing and a big thing in chat, so I figured I might as well. I was thinking I might have like enough heart pieces for a full container as well, but I didn't count it out right.
Yeah, we've seen that come out a couple of times. You're super low health, don't have powder, and you're in Ganon's tower, and you're like, man, I just need a health refill. Check one chest and just ba-da-na-na, full health refill.
It is a good feeling.
So, with all 4 of your matches done, I gotta ask, how do you feel about yourself coming into this tournament and then exiting out with your scores?
I'm not done yet. No. I had no expectations coming. I just wanted to have fun, do something like be involved in something that I was having a lot of fun with, just playing Randomizer on my own. And it's been a lot of fun. It's met a lot of really great people, taking part of the weekly races. So that's one extra thing I'll be doing each week now. I feel like I'm in the middle of the pack somewhere.
Hey, it's a lot better than I did.
It was about where I expected, I guess, after seeing the first week or two of matches. But really just for fun. Hope everybody's having fun with it. I'm looking forward to the next. Looking forward to brackets, whether I'm in it or not.
You just got to keep those fingers crossed that Ninnies loses.
There would be. I think if that happens, there's gonna be a 3-way tie in our group.
I know we did already have one of those in Group A, and they have not set up their 3-way tiebreaker as of yet.
I'd wait until it's like absolutely necessary, just to like let it simmer for a bit, you know?
Yeah, because that 3-way match is going to be pretty hype. I mean,
yeah,
we're here watching 2 people race, but when you get 3 great players in Group A all racing together, that's going to be an insane race.
Definitely.
So yeah, just to add on to what you had said, I feel the same way, Jetabb, that I joined this for fun. I know I am horrible at it. I've gotten a lot better, but it was all for fun. I joined it on a whim, and I've met some amazing people. Made, good friends to be able to race with, have fun with, and in the end, that's all that actually matters.
Agreed. And if there's anybody out there who actually wants to race as well, there's races going on daily. There's a weekly SRL race as well. I'd be down to race anytime.
Yeah, and I was talking earlier about an impromptu race from yesterday, and we set it up talked about it like a half an hour before we set it up, and there were 12 people that signed up for it.
Oh, nice.
So just, if you guys want to hop in, it's all skill levels. Just like this tournament's been, just check out the Speedruns Live website, and just keep an eye out for any kind of races that pop up.
There's also the link to the past Discord. Randomizer, there's a randomizer section in that Discord that can be notified for when races happen.
Yeah, the other thing is I've seen runners with all kinds of skill levels have been doing streams where they're just running through a seed and they're explaining their routing, what they can do with the items that they have. I think Andy is one of them that's been doing that.
Yeah, I know he's been working on a series with somebody, I can't remember who, but a little like mini series where it's basically how to randomizer, basically.
Yeah. Also, a couple of people from like our little play group, like the ones that I've practiced randomizer with a lot, have been starting to do that. So people like Willard J. Bradley, In the Name of GT, and myself have been doing just kind of randomizer, like explaining exactly what they're doing. So it's amazing just to see more people getting involved and wanting to not just help other people if they see them struggling, and offer their help, or just other people that are just hanging out and having fun and just want to include other people, make this even bigger and better than it is.
Yeah, I found that talking through my decisions during when I'm playing outside a race scenario, it helps me know what helps me through my process, and hopefully it's informative to anybody watching.
Yeah, because going through these randomizers, I mean, the dungeon layouts are all the same, but everything else, it makes it feel like a new game every single time. And I'm a little confused on what CodeLizard is doing right now. He just saved and quit, and then loaded back in and jumped into the Ganon fight.
I think he did that to refresh his hearts.
That's true, I did not think about that. By the way, Ninnies, Tara is bad at you.
I can see that, yes. Tara is a part of our play group, yes. I can't forget my my boy from overseas.
Now he's happy, so life is complete now. Tara's happy. I know I don't need to read everything out loud. I'm picking and choosing what I read out loud, and they just happen to be your comments.
Alright, let's see if CodeLizard goes for the torch glitch. Got it, it looks like.
Ninnies, I think you needed to refresh a little while ago. I'm seeing that he is done.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay, yes. Wow, what a skip! Quick Ganon, eh?
You just missed the whole fight.
GG, CodeLizard.
GG, not a bad time. 154 still sub 2. Sub 2 is a really good time to have on any seed, really.
Especially with as back and forth as this one was there for a little while.
Yeah, unfortunately, just the location of that hammer was what did CodeLizard in.
You know, that place, Ether Tablet, kind of messed me over a couple matches. I guess last match, it had Moon Pearl in it for me. And I didn't pick it up for a long time, so that's one of those places I always remember to go check now.
All it takes is that one spot that you don't check, and then you never forget it again.
Yep. And
Yeah,
that happens
either-
multiple times. What happens multiple times over multiple race or randomizers.
Yeah, Ether has been a key location in a lot of these races as of late. Not to say it's always going to be required, but I mean, definitely keep an eye out. If you find yourself in that area with the book, I would say you can't go wrong with checking it.
If it's convenient to route out, which it really isn't because it's out of the way, especially if you've already done Hera.
Yeah, or if Hera is just appended to begin with.
Right.
Say, I don't know if we have time or not, but I just put in the SRL asking if CodeLizard wants to pop in.
Looks like he's in the waiting room. We might have a little bit of time to ask before we have to hand this stream over to the next set of commentators in the next race. Can try to see who's coming up next on the schedule. If you want to pull CodeLizard in, Jency.
Welcome, CodeLizard. How
Thank
you
you.
feeling about this race?
It was pretty good. Got a sub 2.
Definitely can't complain at all. So, okay, first question I have to ask. What made you go into Misery Mire portal twice before you had the Moon Pearl?
Yeah, so the first time... So I think I went through that portal 3 times total. The first time... Both times I was trying to get to that cave in the northeast corner. The first time I got stuck trying to cross the water and got out. The second time I got halfway there and then remembered, wait, I need the mirror to actually get up there. So I had forgotten that I needed the mirror to go check that cave up in the northeast corner.
I figured that's what it was the first time. What about the second time, though?
Well, that was the second time. The first time I got stuck trying to take a shortcut across the water where the game kind of glitched out and I slid slowly into the water a couple times.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's unfortunate. Good game, CodeLizard. Let's
Thank
check
you.
here.
Thanks.
But yeah, how
Maybe
you how you feeling about this this whole event, CodeLizard? Because this was your 4th race.
Yes.
Unfortunately, exiting out of this tournament without any victories. So sorry to hear. But
Yeah.
did you have fun? Did you at least have fun with this?
Yeah, it was good fun. There's a good chance to try and compete against people I didn't already know, people who had a bit more experience with this than some of the more casual races I've done with my friends. So it was a good experience, and I learned some more tricks along the way by watching what the other runners were doing. Things that I could try to apply in the later races.
Yeah,
It's
and
been
then
amazing. I was gonna say it's been amazing to watching a lot of people. There's over 100 people playing this game in this tournament, and seeing all different strategies, different little tricks, and
Yeah,
taking that and applying it to your own game.
yeah. And then I threw almost all of it out the window at the start of this run and just took the most ridiculous route I could think of.
yeah, it
I
was
went- Yeah, and it almost paid off because I got the flute really, really early. But I think it kind of evened out in the end because it wasn't in a place where Jet wouldn't have gotten it as soon as he finished Kakariko. I think it was under the water at the floodgate.
Yeah, you
Sounds
guys
right.
were blessed with the flute and the boots very early.
Yeah, that was very nice. I think we had the least hype caves in the tournament. It was just nothing but rupees and heart pieces.
Yes, it was a major letdown. I was so excited for you guys to go in there, and then it was nothing.
Yeah, I think there's 10 arrows thrown in there just for good measure.
So would you like to learn another trick that I actually just learned today?
Which one's that?
About the bumper cave.
Uh,
Minis informed me that it is possible to get across that gap without the hook shot.
Yep.
Or hovering?
Yep.
Ah, really?
Don't need a hover. Don't need hook shot. If you
Oh,
hug
please,
the left
along the
wall,
Okay.
where those pots are, you can just walk to the left across.
Alright, that's good to know. I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I only just learned that when you were struggling to figure out how to get across that gap. He filled me in on that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could make that, so well, that's good to know.
So is this your last race, or do you have any more races coming up?
No, that's it. That was all of them.
There's always the weekly, and there's plenty like just any casual race during the week.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm looking forward to. I can't rely on Ninny's losing.
No, Ninny's is pretty good. Ninny's was my first opponent, and he had a very good time. Much better than mine in that race.
So I'm gonna set chat off again real quick. What is gonna be CodeLizard's bonk count before the information gets to that point?
30.
You say 30?
That's what I'm guessing anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the same guess that I gave Jetabb and say 35.
I'm gonna say 32. Same exact number. Same bonks.
That would be something if you guys got the same number of bonks.
We were all in the right vicinity, 33.
Wow. All right.
One difference, not bad at all.
Yeah, considering since you guys both had the boots really early.
Really early.
Yeah.
I know I kept hitting my head.
I was just gonna congratulate you guys. Way to control your bonks and optimize your dashes throughout this race. So I gotta ask you, CodeLizard, since your first race with SRL was against me, does that mean that we might be seeing you maybe in the weeklies or in various races on SRL?
Potentially. That was the very first, as you mentioned, the very first SRL race I'd had. I'd never really had the opportunity to get into it before. And then the tournament, I heard about it on Speed Gaming during, I'm not sure, I think it was during Snow Superstars when they mentioned the tournament. And I decided to join into it. And practiced for a few weeks before that, trying to learn the various minor glitches that I could, and just trying to prepare myself. It helped a bit in getting my time down, even if it didn't help me to win any matches. So it was a good experience getting into speedrunning a bit more, and I've been watching it for quite a long time, watching GDQs and just other runs on SRL, so it's nice to actually be on there myself, and I'll see if I can try to get in some more of that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you out there.
Thank you.
But with that, this has been the Jetabb versus CodeLizard race. We have been your announcers, Ninnies and
Gen-Z86.
We're going to be sending you guys over to Speed Gaming 2, where there is another race happening right now. I believe it is Aaron Dobe, or is Adrian?
Hold on, I'm double checking that one real quick.
Oh yeah, a sec. I want to thank you guys for commentating. Thanks Fiesel for organizing. Mythical. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to name everybody, but thank you all. Thank you to the organizers for putting this all together. I've had a great time. Hope you all have too. And see you out there.
Thank you all for organizing everything. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna throw in there real quick. Well, of course, we can't forget Tare and all his hard work on the trackers during these races.
Oh yes, all the love out to Tare, who I almost forgot once again. Just kidding. Love you, boy.
CodeLizard, do you have anything before we head out?
I think we're good. Hopefully the next race will be fun to watch.
Alright, so thank you everybody for joining us, and I see Mythical just put in the chat the link for Speed Gaming 2. That race just kicked off about 5 minutes ago. So, thank you for joining us. Everybody have a great evening.